Hello everyone. Welcome to ReNew Flourish with Rosette. This time we're going to talk about mental health and mental illness, something that most people misunderstand. So, many people use the words mental health and mental illness as if they mean the same thing, but they do not. A person can struggle with their mental health without having a mental illness. And a person living with a mental illness can still have strong mental health practices, support, purpose, and stability. This misunderstanding often creates stigma, fear, shame, and silence. So, what does mental health mean? Mental health is our emotional, psychological, social, and spiritual well being. It affects how we think, how we feel, how we manage stress, how we relate to others, how we make decisions, and how we cope with life's challenges. Mental health is not about being happy all the time. It is about having the capacity to cope, recover, ask for help, set boundaries, and function in daily life. Even strong people can feel overwhelmed. Even faith filled people can feel anxious. Even successful people can feel emotionally exhausted. That does not mean they are weak, it means they are human. And what does mental illness mean? Mental illness refers to health conditions that may significantly affect a person's thoughts, emotions, behavior, relationships, and ability to function. Examples may include depression, anxiety disorders, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, post traumatic stress disorders, substance use disorders, and eating disorders. Mental illness is not a character flaw. It is not laziness. It is not simply overthinking. It is not a lack of faith or willpower. Just as someone may need care for diabetes, heart disease, or chronic pain, someone may also need professional care for mental illness. So, what are the common misunderstandings? One common misunderstanding is thinking that mental health only matters when something is wrong. But mental health needs care before crisis happens. Another misunderstanding is assuming that people with mental illness cannot live meaningful, productive, and purpose filled lives. Many people live well with mental illness through treatment, support, medication when needed, therapy, lifestyle changes, faith, community, and healthy structure. Another misunderstanding is believing that talking about mental health makes people weaker. In reality, silence often increases suffering. Safe conversations can open the door to healing. So, a simple way to understand the difference is this: mental health is something everyone has, mental illness is something some people experience. Mental health is like physical health. You do not wait for a medical crisis before caring for your body. You eat, rest, move, hydrate, and go for checkups. In the same way, we care for our mental health through rest, connection, prayer, therapy, boundaries, emotional awareness, support systems, and healthy routines. Care is not weakness. Care is stewardship. The goal is not to label people. The goal is to understand people better. When we understand the difference between mental health and mental illness, we become more compassionate, more informed, and more willing to seek help when needed. So let us normalize caring for our mental health before we reach crisis. And let us remember, needing support does not make someone broken. It makes them worthy of care, dignity, and hope. Mental health is part of being human. Mental illness is not the end of someone's story. With the right support, healing, stability, and flourishing are possible. So thank you once again for joining me today. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click the subscribe button so that way you won't miss any mental wellness talk. Thank you and have a good day.